Why is sitting the new smoking? So the reason why sitting is the new smoking is that there is an autonomic shift that happens. So the body moves out of balance. Now the body can move out of balance or homeostasis for two reasons, which is toxicity and or deficiency, meaning both. So, meaning that the body is actually, something is coming into the body which is toxic, or, there's something not going into the body in which we need. We now know that, or research is showing that movement is an essential nutrient to the brain. So the body receives this essential nutrient in the form of proprioception. Now, proprioception meaning a positive body signal. Tells the body, tells the brain where the body is in space. And the more it knows, the better it can perform. Nociception is a negative body signal. So this is coming up information to the brain, telling it about tissue damage or inflammation, something that will drive the brain into a more of an alarm state. So what are they currently telling us today in regards to how sitting is the new smoking? What are the causes, or what are the effects of sitting too much? So obviously there's the obvious ones like obesity or arthritis, but the things that we're being told today are things like diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol problems, metabolic syndrome. But why? How does this affect our health in so many ways? You see, sitting is so toxic is that even if you're exercising or you're getting your hour of exercise every day, is because of how it affects the brain. Sitting is so toxic is because it shifts your physiology into sympathetic dominance, meaning that your body then suffers in this constant state of stress. Because lack of movement is not only just a deficiency, but lack of movement is also a toxicity, or it is also toxic to the body. So why again is it? Because by not moving, your body then immediately begins to break down if you don't move. It's like rigor mortis, and it's all on this kind of spectrum. And the further that we move away from our active and movement and mobile lifestyle, is that the tissues begin to break down and die. And this has been seen at a cellular level, that it's also true that if a cell doesn't move, it dies. It's true for us on a system level. It's also true for us on a spinal level, that if our spine doesn't move, it degenerates and breaks down. And it's also true for us as an ecosystem. That's exactly why sitting is the new smoking. Because sitting basically represents us, basically represents 5 to 6 hours a day of death. We're actually mimicking death by not moving the way we should. You see, the moment that we don't move, tissues immediately start to degenerate, especially a spinal tissue or a joint. If those joints aren't taken through its full range of motion and those tissues are stretched and moved and the ligaments are firing off that good proprioceptive information to the brain, telling the brain of everything that's going on. If it's not doing that, it immediately starts to degenerate and become inflamed. You see, the average person would sit for 32 years of their life. Now that's 32 years of degeneration and inflammation. Is this going to be creating some health problems? It's important to restore movement to these spine and joints, not just so that they feel better, but so that their brain functions better. That's why sitting is the new smoking.